Yo, what's up, guys? All right, so we're gonna go through a training right now. Boom. All right, let me move this back a little. Actually, that's fine. If you guys can hear me, drop a hashtag live at the bottom. We're gonna go into exactly what you saw the title say: how to sell on contracts. Okay, 3 to 12 months. Every single time we went over this in my private mastermind group today, the art of sales. So I'm going to break this down with you because it was a really great point that we discussed. So how you can do this while also setting yourself up to be able to sell at a higher ticket than the majority of your competitors, and then still get the client to ask you for a longer contract. Okay, a lot of these digital marketing agencies nowadays, I've only sold on contracts my entire existence of being in digital marketing since the Yellow Pages 3 years ago. So I've only sold on contracts. So we're going to go through this right now, how to do this. Number one. So you want to start off, first of all, you want to have a pitch deck. And if you don't have a pitch deck, first of all, you saw a post that I had to where you can get a pitch deck of mine completely for free just by leaving me a, well, I'm not going to put that on this video because that opportunity is going to be gone by the time you see the pitch deck. And at the end of that pitch deck, right, we give this away in both of my programs. It's going to give the customer or the prospect 3 different options to buy at the end, okay? So each one of those options, they're going to have basically, for the most part, all the exact same features. They're going to be priced differently based on the duration of the contract, all right? Now, here's how you sell the contract. So let me see here. So you come over here and number one, pricing. First of all, before I show you how to sell the contract, right, okay? So let's talk about pricing, all right? Let me tell you what we priced at to scale to $13,500 a month in our first 30 days on reoccurring revenue, on contracted revenue, and then how after 30 days, we were able to scale that up to $20,000 a month by simply increasing our contract duration. And the customer asked us to. All right, so this is stuff people are not discussing in sales because everyone wants to sell month to month and they want to produce results. Well, at the end of the day, guys, right? Dad jokes, Abby, that is actually the secrets. Yeah, this is actually really awesome girl. You might know her. Got me a dad joke book, and actually that's where all my power comes from. Side note, thanks for the dad joke book. All right, so pricing. You want to be able to start at $3,000, okay? And it's actually cool. I hopped on a call with Abby. We had a couple calls with this person, and they want to get started next Tuesday. And that was $2,900 a month on a 3-month contract. So that's the way to roll, guys. You always want to do contracts, and then I'll go up to. We did 5, but you could do 6,000. This is going to be the exact same features. So first, get your pricing right. Okay. After you got your pricing right, here's how you sell the contract. So right off the bat, you want to start off with 12 months, all right? So here's the trick to this, okay? This is why people can't sell contracts, but why it's actually fucking easy to sell contracts, okay? So you start off at 12 months, and then when they start to, you can fall back on 6 months, all right? They say no to 6 months, you can fall back on 3 months. Now here's the pricing difference. $3,000 a month or $3,500, one or the other, would be your 12-month contract, okay? Your $5,000 a month would be your 3-month contract. And in between, you would have probably $4,000 a month for your 6-month contract, okay? Now, here's how this works. You pitch a 12-month agreement at $3,500 or $3,000, okay? They're going to be like, well, it's kind of long, because here's the thing, guys. They know. You either found them on LinkedIn through cold outreach automation, right? And they know it's automated, more than likely. Or you got them through an ad, or you cold called them, or you cold emailed them, right? Why should they trust you? Okay, think about it. So they're not going to want to do this 12-month contract, but in the span of 30 days after you close them, they're going to come back to you and ask for a 12-month contract, okay? Here's how you do that. So right off the bat, you start with the 12. They say, no, I don't want to do that. Then you start to negotiate to 6. And then at the end, if you need to do a 3-month, you're going to take the 3-month, all right, at $5,000 a month. Your ad spend is the exact same. So ad spend, so you guys know, on these deals is $1,000. Okay? So regardless of whether it's $3,000 or $5,000, 1,000 of that is ad spend, okay? So just because you're lowering the contract duration, right, does not mean you increase the ad spend. Does that make sense? A lot of people think they should increase the ad spend, but that's not how this works, guys. That's not how business works, okay? When you buy something, you're not buying it based on the price, you're buying it based off of the projected returns it can give you. So it's not a matter of, is this too expensive? It's a matter of, can the customer justify spending it, okay? Let me give you an example. If you have an attorney, right, and they're spending $5,000 a month with you, and one of the questions you should be asking them throughout the selling process is, what is it going to require in order for you to justify this spend with me? What type of returns is it going to cost a month with me? Now look at it this way. If an attorney says, well, I would need to see at least 3 times my money back, okay? What you're going to say is, okay, totally get it. What's your current cost per acquisition? All right, and what they're going to tell you is they're going to say something along the lines of, if it's a car accident attorney, somewhere along the lines of $300 to $500, okay? So what you're going to say is, okay, Mr. Attorney, here's the thing. If I were able to do that for you, would you want to stay in business together? They're going to say, well, yeah, of course. So extend it and try to give yourself a little cushion. Can I ask you this? If we were to, okay, in the first month, and you only made $10,000 working with me because a car accident case or a motorcycle accident case is $5,000, a truck accident is typically around 10, okay? And the majority of that's profit, okay? So, and they say, well, yeah, sure, month 1, we can optimize and, you know, all that good stuff. They're going to understand that, guys. They know it takes time. And their sales cycle is fast because that type of accident is like a now thing. That's why you use Google AdWords for that. But in the terms of this, they're going to say, yeah, sure, you only need to make them $10,000, which means if they already told you their current cost per acquisition, $1,000 in ads on a $5,000 spend, that means of that $5,000, you're going to get them anywhere from 2 to 3 cases, okay? So you're going to make them anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000 on only $1,000 in ads. See how that works? So here's what's going to happen. You get them on the 3-month is what you end up negotiating down to. Now here's how you land and expand. All right, so you get the 3-month, and what's going to happen is after you close the deal, this stuff really works. Okay, can I just do the $3,000 a month, and what would be the difference in results? And you're going to say, great question. To be honest, we have to have more hands on deck here. Okay, that's why we do $5,000 in 3 months. We need more hands on deck. All right, so if you did the $3,000, I'll tell you what I'll do for you. We'll cancel out your contract at $5,000 for 3 months, and we'll just go ahead and move you over to this $3,000 for 12 months. Okay, would that be easier for you? Okay, cool. So guys, now your profit, right? Your $12,000 profit now just scaled to be in a 12-month long contract. And the reason why this is so important is because now you have monthly recurring revenue. Now you've created a business, okay? So that's how that works. But if you guys weren't following me, I'm going to recap it. This is how you're able to get the client on a contract every time and then be able to sell a higher dollar amount than your competitor and then still get the customer to come back and ask you, okay? This is how you do it. You go in, you price your prices here. This should be actually $3,500. I don't know why I put $3,000. $3,500 is what makes the numbers make sense. That's what we have for real estate when we own a real estate agency. So $3,500, 12 months, $4,000 a month at 6 months, $5,000 a month at 12 or 3 months. Okay. You leave with a 12, they're probably going to push you down to a 3. You sign them up on the 3, put in $1,000 in ads. They're going to come back and ask you for the longer term duration at the terms every month by almost double, right? Because now they're spending $2,000 roughly a month less with you. So from there, you just put them on that 12-month contract. You've increased your lifetime value of that customer. You've created monthly recurring revenue, okay? And the client is still seeing more results. So do you see now how easy it is to always get your client on a contract? Drop the comments below, guys, if you have any questions. I know we've had some people saying like how awesome this is wonderful, which I appreciate that. And yeah, so yeah, guys, this is exactly how you're able to sell on contracts every single time, okay? So always price higher. Don't be afraid to price it here, all right? It doesn't matter if you're doing, you should always pick a niche to where one sale typically could pay for the ad spend, right, and your cost. Because let's say you're working with a roofer, a remodeler, an attorney, even a plumber in some cases, they understand their lifetime value. So all of these niches, especially solar, anything along those lines, guys, will cover this. All right, especially if you know how to sub niche. All right, if you know how to sub niche, then it's going to be really, really easy to get their spend honed in on one specific thing to get them more qualified leads faster. It's whenever you try to advertise for a company and then your advertising isn't very good, that's why if you're not good at it, you should outsource, is whenever things go south. Okay, and it doesn't work. This would only not work if you weren't good at advertising. If you're not, then you should outsource. Okay, that's what I did. Any questions you have, drop them below. 6-month contracts, we offer 6-month contracts in my Agency in a Box program, so you guys can jump into that. But on the DL, right, you guys can see this, I'm going to have a 7-day mini course available next week for anybody, and we'll also include my contracts in that. It's going to teach you a lot of different things, completely free 7-day mini course. Pretty sweet stuff. But it's been like 30 minutes, but this is how you can always sell on a contract, sell more than your competitors, and still be able to get your client to come back and ask you to be on a longer contract. Boom. Hope that was helpful. I'll see you guys in the next one.